Over the past week, the White House has been unveiling their next stimulus plan, but this one comes with it potentially some bad news. That's right, no direct stimulus payment and tax increases. I got those details coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. All right, so out of the White House last week, we heard more details, more rumors about the next stimulus plan and about something that I dislike, something nasty attached to it. That's right, higher taxes. I've got those details right now. So the next stimulus plan apparently is going to be bigger than the last one. Right now we've had 3 fiscal stimulus programs totaling to about $6 trillion. And the last one, $1.9 trillion, that was passed back early March, mid-March. And they're talking about this next one being even bigger than that. Now, it's targeted more for infrastructure spending, so I would not anticipate a direct stimulus payment coming out of this thing, although I've been surprised before from these stimulus plans. But as I just said, they're talking about increasing taxes as a way to help cover the cost of this thing. If the cost is somewhere between $2 and $4 trillion, that White House released some rumors. I'm going to call them rumors. They're just kind of floating these ideas out there about different tax increases, and they say they project over the next 10 years this could raise tax revenues by about $2 trillion as well to help pay for this thing. So what are the main sources of tax increases so that you can be prepared? I've got those right now. All right, so the first tax increase appears to be targeted at corporations. So the corporate tax rate was reduced back during the Trump tax cuts. And, and I don't have all the details here, but it was sold to us as, all right, we're going to help make corporations more competitive here in the U.S., help attract more businesses here to the U.S., and we're going to lower the tax rate down to 21%. Apparently, coming out of the White Houses, they're talking about moving it from 21% back up to 28%. That's bad news, in my opinion, for businesses. I wonder how Wall Street will react to that, since the value of the stock on Wall Street is representative of the profits of these companies and their taxes, all that sort of stuff. So, and then also, although no details were released by the White House, they're talking about targeting some of the tax benefits of pass-through entities, small businesses, LLCs, S-corps. To me, that's a big concern, and I'm very anxious to see any of these details because, my goodness, I think so many people are the lifeblood of our economy, really. I mean, right now, technology is driving things so much, but it's small businesses and entrepreneurs being willing to take risk and start a small business. And so if we see some of those small business or pass-through tax business tax rates change and go up, go higher, that will be a big disappointment. But as of right now, the first major tax increase they're targeting appears to be on businesses. Corporate tax rate going up from 21% to 28%, potentially some changes with pass-through small business entities. The second place it looks like they're targeting tax increases is right where they said they would, and that is people making over $400,000. They're talking about increasing the highest tax bracket from 37% up to 39.6%. Now, this falls right under the campaign promise and the promises or the discussion since about increasing tax on people that make more than $400,000. You know that is a threshold that they're eyeing. And I will tell you, apparently I believe the press secretary said, now listen, we're talking about individuals making $200,000 or more and married filing jointly making $400,000 or more. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's not exactly, it doesn't line up exactly with the top tier tax bracket right now. So I do wonder if that's foreshadowing some other changes to tax brackets. But at least specifically from the White House, they're saying one of the ways that they would increase taxes to help cover the next infrastructure stimulus bill would be raising the highest tax bracket from 37 up to 39.6%. And then the final tax increase, this one worries me specifically, and that is making a change with capital gains rate. So I'd always, what's the best income to pay tax on? Capital gains. Capital gains, because that means you've made money, right? So I love that. And it's taxed at favorable rates. I want you to make as much money as possible, okay? And so you can make it at your job, and that's going to be taxed at ordinary income rates, or you can make it through a capital appreciation, through investing in something, helping to build it, and then selling it at a higher level, or just investing low, selling high. Those are capital gains. Taxed at capital gains rates at a favorable rate. And out of the White House, they're talking about if your income is over $1 million, switching your capital gains rate back to ordinary income. Right now, short-term capital gains rates, so any investment that you held for less than 12 months is actually treated like ordinary income. So it's not capital gains rates. But long-term capital gains rates, if you've held an investment for over 12 months, if you're in the 0% tax bracket, the 10% tax bracket, or 12% tax bracket, zero capital gains tax rate, okay? If you're over the 12% tax bracket up to a certain threshold, then your capital gains rate is 15%, okay? And then it goes to 20% and can even go a little bit over that when you add in some other taxes as well. Now they're talking about if your income is $1 million or more, it would go back to ordinary income tax rates, which again would be increasing to that 39.6%. So to me, that one concerns me because there are some folks that have built up a small business or they've invested well and they've got a big capital gain. Now, of course, again, I mean, we should all be so lucky to have such a big gain. But to penalize, I look at tax sort of like a speeding ticket, right? So to penalize someone for having for investing significantly well, I don't know if that's going to send the right message. I don't know if that's going to encourage this type of investment. And so I have some concerns about that. And it also concerns me because it seems like just a matter of time before they could move that level down below. And there's even been some rumors, not from the White House, but just from some other folks speculating that they might get rid of capital gains tax altogether and have it all be taxed at ordinary income. I'd be very, very concerned about that. So for the big infrastructure plan, they're already talking about the next stimulus. Those are the 3 big tax hikes. They're also talking about changing the gifting tax, the estate tax situation. That's a topic for a whole nother video. That is not specifically, I don't believe, right now tied just to this next stimulus program, the infrastructure plan. We will see, and as we get more details, we'll certainly be talking about it right here. So make sure you're working with your CFP and doing tax planning at all times. If you don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com, that's Korhorn with a K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or just send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.